What's good, you guys? You know who it is, man. It's your boy, Mr. Relentless Lex, and I'm back like I never left this mother. Yes, Sirski. All right, so we got Rihanna suing Jay-Z and Beyoncé for destroying her life. Say that Jay slept with Rihanna. Now, you had to be sleeping under a rock if you think that Jay and Rihanna didn't mess around with all these allegations for years, bro. I think it's true. I wasn't in the room with him, but hell. You said in order to get a little something, you gotta do a little something in the industry. Spicy.
What now? Not Rihanna suing Jay-Z for allegedly forcing her to sleep with him for a record deal.
It wasn't forcing. It wasn't forcing, I guarantee
like
you.
The rumors about there being some secret tension between Jay and Rihanna was true all along, because she and A$AP Rocky just joined forces to sue the hell out of him for a whole bunch of crazy things. And just when we thought things couldn't get any messier, Jay and Beyoncé also contacted their lawyers and slapped Riri with their own lawsuit less than 24 hours after she filed hers. Clearly, they've both been in talks with their lawyers for a while, and we are just now getting to hear about it. Now, this is the last thing anyone was expecting to happen, because Rihanna is still heavily involved with Roc Nation, and her man almost got in prison for 24 years. So what's really happening here? Did Jay-Z really pull down 17-year-old Rihanna's pants for a record deal? And is Rihanna finally ready to expose him after keeping it to herself for 20 years? Let's get right into it. This mess started when people found out that there were multiple lawsuits from Rihanna and A$AP Rocky against Jay and Beyoncé, and there was also a lawsuit from Jay and Beyoncé against Riri and Rocky as well. This immediately sent the internet into a frenzy, and the first thought on everyone's mind was if it had something to do with the rumors about Jay locking up Rihanna in his office and touching her against her will, which led her to getting an STD infection. You see, Rihanna was just 17 when she got signed to Def Jam and started working closely with Jay. She was desperately trying to make some money because she was an immigrant and life was hard for her. Well, according to the street, Jay was aware of her circumstances and allegedly took advantage to turn her into his little side piece. These rumors got even worse when Rihanna's publicist at the time sold the story to multiple news publications and made some wild claims about Jay sleeping with Rihanna. Once word got back to Jay, he wasn't having any of it and made the publicist take back everything he said, because people were beginning to side-eye him as a PD file. And guess what? He shook that publicist up really good, because he later came back after mysteriously disappearing for months and said he made all those rumors up because he wanted to use it to blow up Rihanna's debut single, Pon the Replay. The PR stunt that I did was out of desperation to help break Pon the Replay, he said in his statement.
We don't believe that, Jay. Come on now. Why would you pull a PR stunt like that, my boy? To put your career in jeopardy, bro. To say you, no, I don't believe that.
It was reckless, and I didn't think it was going to work. I was just throwing spaghetti at the wall to see what would stick.
It stuck all right.
Who told Jay that making the publicist take back what he said was going to make people change their minds. But it definitely didn't change anyone's mind, and they still insisted that he touched Rihanna. A major reason for people clinging on to this was because Rihanna herself confessed that one day she went to Jay to be signed, he locked her up in his office against her will, and he kept her there until 3 a.m. in the morning. Mind you, she was 17. Why in the world would a grown man lock up a 17-year-old immigrant who is desperate to get signed in his office to the next day? I'm not saying something happened, but you can definitely see why people are convinced that something inappropriate happened that night that left Rihanna traumatized and hooked to him for the rest of her career. Rihanna spilled the tea about this weird experience during an interview with Tyra Banks, and people are convinced that Tyra intentionally brought this up in the interview so Rihanna could say out her own mouth what happened between her and Jay. Rihanna was visibly uncomfortable and tried her best to not give too much information on what happened, but Tyra kept pushing it. It's almost as if Tyra had heard about it behind the scenes and wanted the public to know too.
So tell me about your audition with Jay-Z. Tell me what he said to you.
A really good audition.
Yes.
But before I met him, I was so nervous. I was shaking literally. But the moment I walked into the office, the atmosphere was so warm and welcoming.
And you had to sing a cappella for him?
Yes, I had to sing I sang Pon de Replay. I sang another ballad from the album last time.
So then what did he say to you? He said something to you.
Oh yes, he said, we don't sing songs here, we sing artists. And there was this little pause, and I was nervous. But then he said, and we're interested. And there was this sudden feel of relief.
But then he said something about a window and a door or something.
Oh, then he said...
How Tyra know that?
I did a lot of homework on you, Miss Lady.
He said,
You could tell she was trying to avoid that part. But Tyra had got information from somewhere. She was like, he said something about a door or a window. So apparently, Tyra, she been on it. She got her information from somewhere before this interview.
there are two ways to leave here, either through the door with the deal sign or through this window, and we're on the 29th floor.
So you was like, where's the pen? Where's the paper? I'm signing.
Yeah.
And I'm sure working with Jay-Z, you've met Beyonce.
That's right.
How was it like meeting her?
I could not speak.
Really?
Really. That's someone I really looked up to for a long time. And it was after one of my showcases, and he was introducing me to everyone from the label. Then he finally said, okay, one more person. And there she was. And I could not speak.
And she gave you some advice.
Yes, she did. She just told me to, when I get on stage, let loose, have fun, and be in control.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to let it go.
No.
Because she'd be like, what? You know how she does it.
There was also Foxy Brown, who, just like Rihanna, Jay allegedly got in her pants when she was still underage. It has also been alleged by several people, including Jaguar Wright, that he impregnated Foxy and gave her an STD. Jaguar also...
Is Jay giving everybody STDs, bro? Bro, he gave Rihanna, let's say allegedly gave Rihanna an STD, gave Foxy Brown an STD. That's crazy, bro. He don't never get checked, must be. He need to get some penicillin or some moxicillin or something, Jay. Come on, man.
that Jay gave Rihanna an
Dang.
STD as well, and she went on to give it to Chris Brown.
Yeah, Foxy deaf. She deaf because she had the syphilis, because she never got all them venereal disease treated. Y'all should go back and talk to all of the that she slept with in Philly when she was in Philly. She burned every last...
Never signed no paperwork.
Okay, you never signed no paperwork.
I just didn't want to put my family's life on the line.
Jay-Z gave her the herpes that she gave to Chris Brown. Rihanna was only 14, 15 when he started with her and signed to the death jail.
At the time, Jaguar didn't go into details about the alleged STD Rihanna gave Chris, but she later did another interview in which she said Jay gave Rihanna herpes during the course of their alleged affair. According to Jaguar, this was why Chris put his hands on Rihanna in 2009.
Wow.
Not only did she allegedly infect him, but when Chris pulled up on her in Clive Davis's house to talk to her about the infection, he saw her having another man's D in her mouth and sucking the soul out of him.
How long are you guys gonna hold on to Chris Brown and Rihanna?
Wow,
you know
bro.
what I'm saying?
I don't understand why people keep talking about that. It was forever ago. They were both very young, and he had just had his first herpes outbreak from her giving him the herpes.
Ooh, my.
My.
You know what I mean? Like people don't understand what happened that night.
And that's because Jay-Z worked so hard to change the narrative of that night. Now, Rihanna was only 14, 15 when he started with her and signed to the death jail. It's clear to say that the herpes that she had came from the person she had been most sexually involved with, and that was Sean Carter. So here it is, Chris Brown has his first herpes outbreak from a celebrity girlfriend who he was set up with, and it was supposed to be this and it was supposed to be that, and he was there so people wouldn't pay attention to the fact that she was Jay-Z, underage.
Wow.
Jay-Z gave her the herpes that she gave to Chris Brown. And that first night, when he had that outbreak and he busted in the house and said, where the f is this dirty Jack? I can't fault him for that. He had this is beautiful. Oh, wonderful. Chris Brown, she didn't ruin him. She ruined him at 19 years old. He's got the Jay-Z herpes.
Oh, wow.
And it's unfair.
Very
now
unfair.
That's a part of his story. And Rihanna ain't innocent because she was in there giving the blowjob in the coat closet when Chris Brown came in. He said, you always sucking something.
Bro, how do Jaguar be knowing all these things, bro? And she don't be there. She didn't say that she was at the party at Clive Davis's house. So where do she get her info? Bro, she be on it though. That one thing about Jaguar, bro. She be on it.
Something. Then he said, I'm done with you. And he stormed out of his house, got into his very expensive car, and Rihanna chased after him. She gets in the car and started fighting on him because he embarrassed her for calling her and saying in front of his house the night before the Grammy. She in the car trying to him up. They're speeding on the Pacific Coast Highway, and you know Pacific Coast Highway, very steep. She could have the both of them fighting him while he was trying to just get the away from her. Because Lord knows he couldn't get away from the herpes.
Oh.
And he hit her back. It's calm down. And all of this is happening while he's doing damn near 100 miles per hour in a sports car on Pacific Coast Highway.
Wow,
while
bro.
he's still trying to register that he is beautiful Chris Brown and his is now trash at 19.
My.
Because he got set up with a that was in a file who gave her herpes. And that's what happened. And people wonder why I speak up for Chris Brown. That's why. And if I'm lying, all of them can sue me, even you, Riri.
Jaguar claims Jay
Wow,
and Rihanna changed the
that's
whole
crazy.
story so the truth wouldn't be exposed. And in case you were wondering where Jaguar got all this information from,
That's what I was asking.
she claims she was at the party that night and literally saw the
so she was there. Wow, I didn't know she was. That makes it even more better.
whole thing happen.
Dang.
Heard about the situation.
That's what the happened that night, and I know because I was at the party. It was the last Davis kiss the fucking pinky ring fucking party I ever went to. And Jay-Z and them get on the radio and they talk shit about that little fucking boy. And then they put together that whole sham and then have him arrested on the red carpet just to make sure America fucking hated him for defending himself against that crazy. I mean, she's sexy as shit, and she's pure, and she has all of my respect when it comes to the whole game. But you ruined Chris Brown's life, and you knew you ruined his life, and the only reason you did it was because your Jay-Z told you to, so that he could cover up the fact that he started fucking you at 14 when he was damn near 30 years
Wow,
old.
bro.
Now, when it comes to the
That's
lawsuits
crazy,
that Rihanna,
boy.
ASAP, Beyonce, and Jay are throwing at each other, it's unclear if it's even going to pull through. Because shortly after the news of it came out, Roc Nation put out this tweet that simply said, "Don't be dumb." Now, people took this as them telling the public not to believe the rumors about the suit because it's fake. Not only that, but the suit claims that Rihanna is suing Jay and Beyonce for labor litigation, which doesn't make sense because they have no business together, at least not that we know of. It's either there's still more information that's not out yet or someone's bored and decided to make this up. Either way, it got the internet talking like this person who said, "I definitely feel like Rihanna and ASAP have a lawsuit coming against Roc Nation. They had a hand in the negative press on Rihanna and ASAP charges. Bet they was mad he got off. This recent news about the Carters suing them might be Roc Nation way of trying to get ahead and distract." Another person said, "Y'all gagging at fake-ish because why would Beyonce and Jay-Z sue Rihanna for labor litigation, only suing for $100,000? Their names being spelled wrong, and then they're including ASAP? Like, girl, that right there should have told y'all it's fake. What the F is Jay-Z gonna get from ASAP?" But now I want to know your thoughts. What do you think about this lawsuit? And do y'all even think it's real? Let me know your thoughts.
Man, I don't know if it's real, but the proof is in the pudding. She was underage and she was signed to him. And he allegedly held her in that office until 3 a.m. That's not the first time I heard that story. I've been hearing that story for years. So now I'm feeling like, everything is coming out, bro. Everything, well, this high caliber Hollywood celebrities, bro, everything is coming out. The cat is out the hat. And we all know Cat Williams said that. Cat Williams said on the Shay Shay show, Club Shay Shay. He said everything is going to come out, man. And everything seems like it's slowly but surely crumbling down on all the high celebrity, the high profile celebrities. Diddy ain't never coming home. And I feel like Jay-Z is going to be next. They all going down. Bro, that good life don't be good all the time. And everything do come to an end, I guess. Dang.